What's up, YouTube? Back with some more actiony. This is a video request I got. Do all black people think the same? Now, in technical terms, you know what I'm saying? No, all it or every, you know what I'm saying? You can't say that about nothing. Like, not all blue is blue. Like, I don't know. I don't even know what I'm talking about. Let's just watch the video, I guess.
All black people aren't going to be the same.
Cool, and I agree with you. And that's why I'm in the disagree column. I don't need that kind of foolishness around the
All right,
children.
let's fight. What's up? What's up?
How did I know fried chicken was gonna be on there? I forgot, what was it? Disagree, strongly disagree. I forgot the levels. Hold on, let me go back. We at 35. Okay. Strongly agree, somewhat disagree, strongly disagree. What was we at? 35. Fried chicken. That's hilarious. Let me think. Fried chicken. First off, I don't know about y'all, but for me, when I eat, I like to enjoy the food, enjoy the meal, right? Okay, so check it. While I'm eating, that's what I want to do. I want to eat. You know what I'm saying? I want to be able to not have to think or just, you know what I'm saying? I just want to be involved in my activity of eating. I don't want to be searching or maneuvering. You know what I mean? And when you get chicken on the bone, I gotta do all this looking around. I gotta shine a light to see where like, I ain't got time for that. I just ate a bite of mac and cheese. I'm trying to get me some chicken with it, and now I gotta look up and down this. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, miss me with that. So I like fried chicken. I would have to say I agree. Hold on, what they got? Strongly agree, somewhat agree. I would say I agree. Only because it's not healthy. You know what I'm saying?
3, 2, 1.
Run over here. I thoroughly enjoy fried chicken. I love it. You know, I understand the stereotypes about it and all that kind of stuff, but I love it.
I just don't really like fried food. I'm not really a fan of chicken. I've never ate it, so.
She ain't never ate no
never had fried
chicken.
chicken?
You
I
lying?
I don't enjoy it. I don't really eat fried foods. I try to eat pretty healthy, so.
Okay, I get that. But you've had some chicken. Don't be lying. There is nothing wrong with white people wearing dreads. Oh, snap. They bringing the heat. Man, this is funny. Look, to all my white peoples out there with dreads, man. First thing I want to say is, do you? You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't care what nobody think about what you doing. You know what I mean? As long as you ain't hurting nobody, disrespecting nobody, you know what I'm saying? Do you? But every time I see a white person with dreads, man, I just be laughing because it's like, not that it looks funny, it's interesting to see, you know what I'm saying? But there are white people with dreads, you know what I mean? Like, there's white people with dreads that some people, okay, this is my thing. Some people, dreads don't look good on everybody, no matter what race, you know what I'm saying, you are. Some people look good with dreads, some people don't. Some white people with dreads, they dreads don't be all the way, you know what I mean? They be like, I'm dread, but also I'm this, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you're gonna be the dread, be the dread, you know what I mean? But that might not be your fault. That might be, you know what I'm saying, just the way the hair is or whatever. So I would say, what is it? There's nothing wrong with white people. There's nothing wrong with white people wearing dreads. If they want to wear dreads, let them wear dreads. I mean, fuck, I care.
White people wearing dreads. 2, 1.
I would say I agree. It's nothing wrong. I mean, what?
I feel like I'm always on the wrong side of the room. I'm with you.
Would you guys be offended if I had dreads since I'm biracial, since I'm half black and half white? So where is the line? Like if
What?
someone's a quarter black?
I'm not gonna sit there and come to your face and be like, you're not 100% black, therefore you can't. Like, that's not my place. However, if you are a white person and you have dreads in your hair, it's like, what does that mean to you? And you're not even wearing them right. Like, you don't even wash them.
I just don't see how a race can own a hairstyle. To be honest, like, hair is hair. There's all kinds of hairstyles in Africa. I still don't think that, like, a single race group can say, this one hairstyle, nobody else can do it but me.
Right. Now, I agree with that, but just, you know what I'm saying? Kanye West is invited to the cookout. I mean, is Kanye West invited to the cookout? I mean, me personally, I love to laugh, and Kanye made me laugh. Like, he funny as hell. Like, I don't take Kanye serious. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, some of the stuff he talk about, it be way so far out of left field that it's right field. You know what I mean? Like, it's like it came all the way back. Like, I don't even know what he be talking about. But Kanye, yeah, I let Kanye come to the cookout. I want to hear his takes on stuff. You know what I'm saying? Kanye's hilarious. I don't know about y'all.
Kanye West is invited to the cookout.
Oh, Jesus.
3, 2, 1.
Dang, they don't want Kanye at the cookout?
This cookout needs to just die. Like, no more cookouts. No, bruh, just go home. Like, there ain't no cookout.
I'm sorry, I strongly agree because I don't like the idea of perpetuating this concept that all black people have to be the same and think the same and act the same. I don't think he's fully understood. People like Kanye are creatives and he uses like creative speech. And some people just take him at face value or like kind of like the literal sense of what he's saying. And if you did that, every creative could be taken the wrong way.
That's true.
I disagree with that, dude. Like, I don't
agree.
think that he's so creative and that his words are being misinterpreted. Like, he's making very specific phrases. Like, black people chose to be slaves. That's completely untrue, and in my opinion,
Yeah,
that's just
that's
unacceptable.
wild.
But I think that's people misunderstanding what he's saying. I
How
really
would you
don't think he's
interpret
trying
that,
to.
though?
Yeah,
How do you interpret that?
No, I think what he's saying is there's a mindset where you know where like
Here, so, okay, like he was trying to say it in the term of like, you know, it was a choice for you to stay there when you knew that you could have done whatever else to get out and maybe you would have ended up dead, but it would have been better than being a slave. So I don't, it's not like I'm, whoa.
This is not you talking to Kanye. This negates the millions of people who did.
don't you believe that today there are people whose mindset they're corporate slaves or they're people
But you gotta
who
be
are-
careful with the language you use. Kanye's an artist, he's a lyricist. So you can't say stuff like that because
he's using
some people
metaphors.
haven't learned their history yet. And some people don't know that it was millions and millions and millions of blacks who fought oppression, who fought slavery.
But you're right in that he needs to be more conscious of his word choice because there's not everybody who's gonna understand that.
And that's why I say
yeah.
somebody as smart as Kanye, I think he's doing this for shock value and for money. And if he's doing that, he's setting people back. And that's why I can't rock with him on that.
What scares me is the second somebody speak in PC or not, or they're able to articulate what they're trying to say well or not, that they're excluded from cookouts and from a culture and from your identity. And I think that's scary because I'll tell you right now, the more we treat people who are different and isolate ourselves even, I think the worse it is for us long term. And to be honest, we're gonna drive more and more people to have closeted feelings and emotions. And this goes back to people saying like, would you rather have a racist next to you that's hiding it? Or would you rather have a racist next to you that's letting you know how they feel and you know where they're coming from?
Cool, and I agree with you. And that's why I'm in the disagree column. He could come eventually once we have some conversations. But right now, I don't need that kind of foolishness around the children.
Police target black men and women.
Police target black men and women. I mean, we've all seen what's been happening, you know what I'm saying, in our society. Police target black men and women. I would say, obviously not all people. You know what I'm saying? That's like in the beginning. Like you can't say all, but I would say yes, there are some police that target black men and women. I mean, we have evidence, people. Like, but I'm not saying that they don't just target black men, but they do a lot of targeting. You know what I mean? So I agree.
2, 1.
Yeah, I expected that. I mean, it's the truth. It's not even funny.
I said strongly agree. It was created to monitor the minority in the group. Back in the day, it was the Irish, it was Italians, and so it's ingrained into the system of policing. And that's the problem. I think we have to reframe what policing is now. And until we do that, it will always be targeting people of color because that's what it was created to do.
I see it as like there's a little bit of a socio-economic piece to it. It's like kind of saying the SEC mostly prosecutes white people through like years of institutional racism, you know, where there's poverty and there's communities that are kind of like have created this like perfect storm of issues, like whether it's legal issues, people robbing each other, selling drugs or whatnot. You know, the idea is if you police that neighborhood more, you're gonna have more of them arrested.
Can I ask you, Deep? Can I ask you, like, do you feel like there are equal amount of arrests happening on Wall Street than there are happening in the hood?
Like the white collar like crimes are I do think they're less like monitored and less, you know, but without having all the data that I need. But I do feel that they don't suffer as much consequence when they commit crimes.
That's very true. You got to look at the prison industrial complex here too in the U.S. That's huge business. So, and if you look at a group of citizens that have been perceived as no value having to society or whatever, okay, boom, we're gonna push them, we're gonna pipeline them into that system.
Yeah, I also think that, you know, the qualifications to become a police officer are so low, and it's like, my life is literally in your hands, man. Like, if I get pulled over, maybe that will be the day that I go home to be with the Lord, and I think that that's really tough for me because you don't want to be distrustful of the police, but they're so incredibly distrustful of us that it's like, you could literally kill me.
My father worked in law enforcement, and he's a black man. So there are some law enforcement officers that don't feel that way. However, I think a lot of it does have to do with fear and the fear of black people. So I think that if we kind of address that fear level and that we didn't portray black people, especially black men, as, you know, big, scary guys, that would change a lot of stuff.
I act differently around people who aren't black.
I act differently around people who aren't black. I would say it's, you know what? Okay. It's like this. When you're with your friends, you act a certain way. And then when you're at work, you act a certain way. You know what I'm saying? When you're at work, you tend to act more professional. It depends on the setting. I feel like that applies also to around people you around. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're working in a business and you got a customer, you're gonna present yourself in a way that's helping, that's inviting, like, hey, I need, you know what I'm saying? Can I help you with anything or whatever? But when you're with your friends, like, you're on a deeper level of bond, like, you know each other. And so when it's like when you around a different race or whatever, like when I'm around somebody that's not black, you tend to not act differently. I would say you try to meet them halfway as far as like, okay, this is where I think you're coming from. This is where I'm coming from. I'm gonna meet you halfway. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna just be like, what up, bro, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? Like, cause you probably gonna get scared or whatever, but meet you halfway, you meet me halfway, it's cool. You know what I'm saying? Cause then that's just how it is. Like, am I wrong?
3, 2, 1.
You moonwalking, which one? How you gonna moonwalk? Which one are you going to?
I agree that I act differently around people that aren't black just because, like, corporate America doesn't want to hear me talking, doesn't want to hear me speaking in slang, and I am not happy about it. Like, I wish that it was different, but I feel like I need to do to fit into that group.
I strongly disagree. I am me wherever I go. I'm a proud black man, and I'm gonna speak my truth every day of the week. If you don't like it, shit, it ain't on me, that's on you. And I feel like it's a disservice to anyone I'm around if I'm not being my authentic self. Because my white friends might want to hang out with me because I'm black. They want some flavor. So if I go in being something totally different, then
There's two different things. There's two different things. One thing is, are you changing yourself or are you changing how you're communicating who you are? And I'm changing how I'm communicating who I am, and I still remain the same.
Right.
Like, do you have a white voice?
Do I have a white voice? I know, Cole, I'm a black man, trust me. Every black person growing up in America can code switch.
Then you need to move a little bit.
But here's the thing. The question was, do I act different when I'm in different surroundings? And no. But see, how would I ever be accepted if I'm always code switching? That means I'm always acquiescing to something else. You see what I'm saying? So in order to be accepted, you gotta bring you.
Do you guys, when you say code switch, do you mean you change the actual words you say, or do you mean you change the tone of your voice?
I change how I say it, and I change what I say. I'll walk into a business meeting different than how I walk into the basketball court.
Right.
So that's me changing to fit the scenario to benefit the end goal. And I don't view that as a negative. I view that as me focusing on what the end goal is.
Right.
But I feel like American society has made black people operate in that fashion. Because nobody asks white people to code switch. They can be white in America,
That's
China, wherever. They accept it. We're around like Visa. But I'm the only one that has to go around and say, oh, hi, how you doing?
That's true. That they were both right on that. I agree with both of them on that.
Proud to be black.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I feel like being black, it's funny in today's world. Black culture is so popular, but being black is not. Like, if you're black, to people who aren't black, some people think you're cool, but then some people's like, oh, like, I don't want to be. They don't understand what it means to be black. Like, I love being black. Like, I'm not even fully black. I'm half black. I'm mixed, but I associate more with black because I'm used to being around growing up. This is my friends. Like, I got all types of friends. I got Indian, Asian. I got all types of friends, but everybody, depending on you, how you come up or how your surroundings or what you're involved in, that really dictates to what you associate yourself with. Like, a person who's African can be born in England and will have the dialect of an Englishman. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, their accent. Like, that's not because he's, you know what I'm saying, African or English. That's just because that's where he grew up. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I mean, you got to be proud to be who you are. You know what I'm saying? There's only one you.
3, 2, 1.
Well, all right, y'all. That's what I'm talking about. Hand clap for y'all. Yeah.
I'm glad that we all strongly agree. Yeah.
Yeah, I love that, you know, we can have these discussions and like still go home knowing that we're family, and I love being black. I love that blackness is expressed many different ways. It's not just one way.
I'm proud to be biracial. I'm proud of my immigrant half, proud of my black half. My ancestors bought their own freedom from slavery.
Yeah, I love being black. I wouldn't have it any other way. I mean, yeah, it presents its challenges, but I couldn't fathom being something else. So I am very proud to be an African American here in America. Yeah. This was fun.
That's the last question.
Good job, guys.
All right, that's the end of the video.
The comment section is going to be blown up on these topics alone.
That's the end of the video. And my thoughts on this video is, I'm not judging none of these people on here. You know what I'm saying? But with a lot of videos on YouTube in general, they tend to, sometimes you don't feel like, you don't know if you're getting the people's, you know what I'm saying, the people's vibe. Like, for example, when I turn this on and I see all these people, let me go. Like, when I see all these people, like, I mean, they probably, I don't know these people, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like these aren't people that you see in or be around a lot, as far as, how am I trying to say this? Like, this is not, a lot of these people aren't, I feel like, I don't know these people though. So some of them might be, some of them might not be, but these seem like majority, if not all of them, are professional, like in some type of profession in their career or whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's black people that's, you know what I'm saying, that have different views on different things, and don't, you know what I'm saying, not all black people are gonna think the same. Like, that's just, I mean, no, that's not gonna happen. But like when this came on, I was looking forward to seeing somebody in some dirty Air Force Ones. You know what I'm saying? Like, where is he at? Y'all know who I'm talking about. Like, where is he at? Everybody in here, it's like those people, it's like different levels. Like, everybody in here look like they either like got a 4-year degree in college, they got some job where they're making like $80K a year or something like that. Like, I don't know them. I'm not judging them. I'm just saying, like, a lot in all of these videos, it's like a level of professionalism that's brought, which is, you know what I'm saying, expected. Because, you know what I'm saying, if you get involved with somebody's company, or somebody wants someone to get involved with their company, they want somebody who's going to be professional, who's going to be, you know what I'm saying, whatever. But sometimes you want to know the opinion of somebody who isn't as, you know what I'm saying, carved to the, you know what I'm saying, to the T. You know what I'm saying? You want somebody with a little edge, little rugged, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's just my thought on that. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button if y'all like the video. Let me know your comments down below. Oh, my bad. Let me know your comments down below, because I know some of y'all are not going to agree with me. That's just life. You know what I'm saying? We all don't agree. We all have different views. And just because you have a different view to me don't mean I can't respect your view, or I might not even agree with, you know what I'm saying? I might even agree with your view. You know what I'm saying? Just so, let me know.